Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dive Spear Eat. Today we are heading down south to Baja. Super excited, as you can tell, or hopefully tell. It is bright and early. We are stopping by Carlsbad on the way down, our usual coffee. I'm extra excited because I'm going with my close dive buddies, the ones I went out on my first boat dive down south. The old crew's back together. We're gonna try to get some yellowtail. They've been catching them, so I am very excited, hopeful. I've never caught a yellowtail before. Only the most notable one was the white sea bass like 2 years ago. We're gonna head down, cross the border into Mexico. Today we're heading down to Ensenada. We're gonna go fishing with a captain that we usually go out with, and yeah, so let's go. We are at Ensenada, just got here. We're gonna grab some grub. Our dive day's tomorrow, so we're gonna go to Tacos Phoenix, one of my favorite spots. We're gonna head there now. The boys are here. There they are. Yes, we are matching hats. Get your Dive Spear Eat hats. Thank you for the support. But yes, pescado, fish tacos, and camarón, shrimp. I think camarón's my favorite here, but go check it out. Looks like there's a line already. And you dress it up. Pescado. All right, round two, y'all. We're gonna get some barilla for round two. Here we go. I already had a bite. This is with habanero salsa. Hopefully I'm okay by tomorrow for our dive. Good. We'll see tomorrow. We're off to taco spot number 3. One of our favorites. I feel like I've said that a lot, but this one really is. Angelitos. Got some more tacos from Angelitos. Looks so good. Out about tacos at Angelitos. This one for now. Let's check the taco counter up there. Everyone, we made it to our Airbnb in a nice spot, nice and relaxed. The broskies are chilling. We had a ton of grub, as you saw. We grabbed some waters, some snacks for the boat tomorrow, and we're just gonna relax, hydrate, probably go out, grab some Helio for the cooler bag ice. So we get the ice before we go out, and since we're going out early in the morning, we buy it the day before, put it in the kill bag, and then yeah, we head over to the spot to meet the captain, and then we head on out. So when we catch the fish, it's hot outside, obviously, and the boat we're on is like a panga boat, so there's no real shade. So we want to make sure the fish are on ice. But here we go in this nice little Airbnb. Say hello. They're relaxing. But let me take you around the place. You have the main kind of kitchen area here, which is nice. Coffee, pot, oven, stovetop, little fridge. Next we have our bathroom. Pretty nice, high ceilings. Next, bedroom number one. We have bedroom number two. Yeah, overall pretty nice. Colorful, that's for sure. But yeah, we're gonna rest up a little bit and head up. All right, this is the pre-dive dinner meal. We're at El Jardín. It's one of our favorites, one of my favorites in Ensenada in general. They have delicious food, service is amazing, the ambiance. I got a white blanco menudo. Essentially, it's a lot of innards, but it's a white menudo essentially. And then we have some enchiladas here, 2 enchiladas. They give you the chips on the house. And then, but yeah, we're gonna eat up. This is gonna be the last like major sustenance that we're gonna get before our dive. And then after this, we're gonna chill, hydrate, get ready to go. But we're gonna dig into this. See ya. All right, I need to add cilantro and onion, but let's give it a little quick taste test. And that wraps up eating for the day before the dive. And we ended up walking around, digesting a little bit, checking out the touristy areas of the city, as well as some of the local spots. But overall, had a wonderful day one of Ensenada. If you have never been to Ensenada, be diving or not, highly recommend it. It's such a beautiful place, and plenty of beautiful food. For a big dive, we get our gear check. Float lines, you can see where everyone's rigging up their guns here. And try this inverted roller, which is cool. And there's Old Faithful, my 85 Pathos roller, and this Greek like bastard inverted roller conversion. Good morning, everyone. It is bright and early. Dive buddies are ready. We're off to the meeting spot to meet our captain. It is currently about 6 a.m. and we're gonna head over there now. Y'all, we are on the boat on the way to our spot. Dive buddies here. We're gonna go head out to catch some yellowtail perhaps some white sea bass. But let's go. Woo! Yellowtail town! All right, y'all, we just got to the first spot. Hopefully land some yellows. Let's go. Sad news, I did not bring the GoPro on the boat. I left it in the trunk of my buddy's car as we were moving gear from his car to the boat. And I was super bummed. One, I came all this way and left, made sure all the batteries were packed, formatted all the SD cards, and in the 11th hour, I left it in the car. Anyway, so I'll be doing a little summary here of the dive. We went out on the boat. We hit up 4 reef spots. 2 of them were new to us that we hit up with this captain. We've been on his boat now. This is my third time with him. Super awesome guy. Name's Yeko. I'll link his Instagram below. But we're going for yellowtail. That was our primary target. We actually ended up not seeing yellowtail at all. But here's some highlights. We did see some sheephead. I went for one, did not penetrate all the way through. But I believe it was bigger than this guy right here. This is the 36-inch sheephead that I caught 2 seasons ago. This was a massive one. And I think it was bigger, maybe by a little bit, but I think it was bigger. But I wasn't able to land that one. So we checked out some reefs. Overall conditions were like a murky clear, I guess. It was about, I would say, 15 feet, a little bit hazy, which is not bad for the area. The current was pretty moderate strong from our experience. And yeah, the temperatures were pretty okay. We hit a couple reefs, and one thing that we did that we've never done before was going after boils or bait balls. Whenever you hear boil, essentially it indicates that there is a massive bait ball, and what is happening is that the predatory fish from underneath are pushing the bait ball up to the surface, and then the birds are diving on top of it. So like imagine the bait balls getting kind of concentrated up to the surface because the fish are coming up, birds are coming down, and they're just having a feeding frenzy. So we went to 2 particular points of these bait balls or boils happening. We got dropped off, and what the captain had let us know is that sometimes what will happen is we'll see barracudas on the top, which we did. They were coming out of the water going after these bait fish. They were everywhere once you hit the water. Right below that is where yellowtail could be. And we were marking some pretty big marks at around 35, 40 feet. So what you would do is dive down to 35, 40 feet. And this is when it's really key to have a dive watch. I think you should have a dive watch regardless. You can buy some really cheap ones online. I use a Garmin Descent Solar, which I love. But they didn't pay me, by the way. I just love the watch. I got it as a gift. Loved it ever since. But you go down to that 35 to 40 foot mark, and you wait for yellows. We did not see any, but we saw plenty of barracuda. They were jumping out of the water, and our captain was also, when we were kind of coasting and resting, he was bringing them in rod and reel, and we saw birds diving, plenty of birds. And it was really cool to see. You see like scales everywhere in the water. It's just no blood, but you could tell it's a kind of a fish bloodbath, if you will. There's scales reflecting all over the place. But we tried that. It was really, really interesting and a new experience. And for those of you that have done it before, I'm sure you know this, but for someone like myself and my dive buddies, one thing that you generally don't hear often and is not talked about, but you see it in videos, is that spear guns need to be loaded and ready at the helm when you go into bait balls. What we typically do is unload the spear gun, put it on the boat, and then we'll get to the next spot, get in the water, and then load it up again. You need to be ready to go when you dive into these bait balls. So your spear gun's loaded. It's on the side, obviously, like point it in a safe direction. And obviously with
the movement of the boat, you want to keep it pointed usually toward the back. But anyway, and sometimes there'll be like a big trash can you can put it into. You grab your spear gun and you jump in the water and you're ready to land some fish immediately. You just need to be ready. So that's one thing I learned. For those of you that haven't done that before, one thing to consider, obviously talk to your captain and all that so everyone's clear. But again, sorry, I don't have any footage, but we're going to go back to the trip now, and you know it. It's going to be probably more food.
All right, we just wrapped up our dive. Gecko, our captain, just left, but had a good dive. No fish for me, but my dive buddy Kay caught something. A couple things. We got a sheephead, a barracuda, calico, and some other fish. But it was really exciting because we got to try out essentially not paddy hopping, but like essentially following where the boils are, and also reef fish. So a nice diverse set of dives, but nevertheless still super bummed I didn't bring my GoPro. It was all here set up, but nevertheless we had a great time, and we're gonna go grab some grub. Night continues. This is a brewery. Pretty cool. Skunked.
Don't accept this man right
here. All right, y'all, we just got back home. Some barracuda, calico, nice ling, nice size. Of course, sheephead. All fish, essentially, 2 from our captain, and pretty much the rest, or not pretty much, all the rest is from my dive buddy Kay. Skunked this trip. It's all good. Great times, good experience.